Hello, Soul with Maya Fam. So today we're going to learn how to make this. In the previous video, we learned how to cut out the pattern, and in this video, we're going to learn how to cut out every other part and sew together. So first, we're going to start with this. Like we said earlier, we're going to paint it. If you've not watched the previous video, you can go and watch. So I placed the pattern on top of the fabric, as well as cut out the darts and used my chalk to trace it out. So at this bottom part, we're going to do something peculiar. So what I did is I measured 2 inches all the way down, and now I'll go in by half an inch at the edge, the bottom edge, and then come all the way up to the hip. Can you see? After drawing that out, I'll just cut out everything, and when I'm sewing, I'll ensure I sew the 2 inches, but it just falls in and falls at the back smoothly. So at that other part, so you'd see I just left a little at the edge when it came to the down part because I want to have fish-like look. So here it is placed on our lining to cut it out. So I've placed the pattern here. This is either wide open. Now we're going to cut out that part, the sleeve, printed out the darts, and then I'll go to sew the darts together. Here is the back part. So we're going very quickly, so I don't have to waste your time and you'll enjoy and learn throughout the video. So that's the pattern, and everything that I've done to the clothes we'll do to the pattern. So we're going to sew underneath the arm there, that other arm, and then leave this place open. Then underneath this other arm too, can you see we sewed it down, and this is it turned over. You see the part where we sewed, can you see it's neatly sewn all around, but the up part is going to be left open with the shoulder part left open. So same thing with the back. The underarm was sewn and every other part was left open. So here it is placed against each other. So before we place the zip, we're going to join these 2 shoulders together. So we'll just sew it like this so that it has a locked in seam. We'll sew with the lining against lining, and then the fabric against the fabric. And here it is. This is how it looks. Can you see? Neatly sewn, and this part will now be sewn down and weaved, as well as the back part. So we're going to place it together. After weaving it, sewing and weaving, we're going to place the zip on it. So here is the bottom part and the top part. So we're going to also sew the bottom part and weave it down. So here it is after it has been sewn. The zip has been placed. 2 of them have been joined together. Can you see how it already looks? And so I weaved it and I left that top part of the zip so that the zip doesn't pull out. I don't want the mistake of the zip pulling out. So we're going to sew around the zip down to this side and around the arm to the other side. So we just measure round the arm. You remember we measured around the shoulder in our previous video. We placed the measuring tape and measured on the mannequin to show you how you can measure on the body. So if you want to know perfectly how to measure around, you do that. So the measurement was 36 inches. So this is how 36 inches will look on this fabric. And you see the allowance there is small. So there's going to be a gather. There's going to be gathers on the shoulder here. So we won't do exactly. So we're going to add 8 inches to what we already have. So what was there was just like 4 inches. So adding 8 inches to it would just give us a plus. 8 to 4 would give us 12 inches. So that's good enough. Now to the bottom part where our 360-degree flare is going to be used. So we'll just measure round the lower parts of the gown. We'll measure all around. And for this, we have up to 36.5 inches. Exactly 36.5 inches. So we're going to use that in cutting it out. So just pay attention. Stay tuned and watch beautifully how this is going to be done. So we'll measure the height of it, which is 38 inches. And the full length of the gown is up to 60 inches because the person is quite tall. I am tall. So the length of the top gown 38, and we subtract it from 60 inches, which will give us 22. So I added 2 inches, which is the length, 24 inches for the bottom length. So the circumference is round the bottom skirt, which was 36.5. So ensure that you know that this is the fabric we're going to make use of. So the radius is always this angle. So we want to find the radius. So let me give you the formula. The last time people were saying that the calculation was too much. So I'm going to break it down so easily so that you'll understand. Now, this is just the formula. The formula, this is radius, this round part we're going to cut out. The formula radius is equal to circumference divided by 2 pi. So circumference is what you just seen up there, 36.5. But because we're going to separate it into 2 parts because we want it to be gathers, so the 2 pi. So just pay attention to this. The circumference 36.5 because we have it in 2 parts. Say it's 1 and 2. So it's going to be folded in such a way that, can you see? folded into 4 places. So it will be folded and we have 2 parts of it. So here it is. Now the 36.5 will be divided into 2 because we have 2 parts. And then we'll find the value, which is 18.25. So this 18.25 will be our new circumference and we use it to solve this value. So circumference 18.25, and you know 2 pi is just 2 times 22 over 7, and 2 times 24 2 over 7 is just a fixed value. So if you find using your calculator, you'd see it's just very easy. Can you say it? Pi is 22 over 7. 2 pi is 6.286. Flat and easy. So now our circumference, which is 18.25, would now work with this. So radius will be equal to 18.25, that's our circumference at the top, divided by this fixed value. If you don't want to even bother yourself about 2 pi, just know that 6.286 is just what you're going to be using to divide the circumference. So 18.25 divided by 6.286 is 2.9, and we're good to go. We've just gotten our radius. So ensure that you reduce. So now that length 24 plus this one, the radius, we're going to add them together. So 24 plus, okay, sorry about this new length. I want to write so that you see it clearly. So our new length will be 24 plus 2.9, which is our radius. That's what we're going to use to cut out this fabric you're seeing underneath this paper. So 24 plus 2.9, you already know the answer, which is 26.9. So new length 26.9. So ensure that you remove, pay attention to this, when you're dealing with the radius, remove 0.5, half from it. So instead of the 26.9, remove it. It will now be remaining. If you remove half from it, that's 0.5. If you remove half from the top part, you will just have, so just measure everything. When we get to the radius, I'll show you how you can go up a bit, because when you cut it out, it will expand, and you also need allowance for joining at the top. So here is the length. So our new length would use this. So you've seen that the fabric is not enough, so we're going to add to this bottom part, this part. So that's why it's good to take this measurement. So I just added to the bottom part to see. Can you see? I added here so that I will be able to, if when you add it, it won't be seen because of how gathered it is. So I added it so that it can be able to reach the length that I desire, which is 26.9. So we'll bring it. Can you see the 2 of them? So whatever we do to this part, we also do to the other one. So we added to this, we added to that one, and folded it. So the part that is not open, that is the part we're going to measure from. Not the part that is open. Any other part that is open, ignore those parts, but the part that is not open. So can you see? So added allowance 26. So we'll do 26 all the way through, 26 and half, or 26.9, whichever one. So 26.9 is the ideal one. So I managed it and cut it like this, measured it, drew it round like this, and then that's where we're going to cut out. Now for this radius, ensure you saw that it was 2.9, right? So I just went up and made it 2.4. Do you understand? 2.4, almost more or less 2.5. That's 2.5. So that's what we're going to cut out. It expands, and so instead of it to be too big, so we've just cut it out. Instead of it to be too wide, it's better off for it to be too small, and then we can go down a bit. But this is how it is perfectly. I always take out 0 point. I go make it smaller. If it's 2.9, I'll go up by 2.4. If it's 2.5, I go up by 2 inches. So I'll do what's the same thing I did to the other one. I'll also do to the second part, and we have 2 parts. So we're going to cut it open like this. So cut it open so that we can join them together. So join all of them together, and we have this. Voila! Can you see? It's already wide, and we've joined this part and that part together. It's just seamless. It's very easy and straight to the point. Just tell me it's not easy. It's very easy. So yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow. Don't help the channel grow. And so for me to do the other flare for the top, so I did the hard net as well as lining and hard net. So if you want it to be full, you'd have to add more of this hard net and give the gathers, make it that full, give it that fullness. And here is the outcome of it. On the mannequin, it just looks a little bit dropped, but on the body, it just falls in perfectly. Can't you see how the gown looks? So beautiful. So stay tuned for the next video. And see you soon.